not interested in bookkeeping or accountancy, but when you're a one-man team, you have to do that. So, you know, if you ignore it, you start to have a build-up, things start slipping, and it's certainly something, you know, one of the first people we employed was an accounts person to manage our admin and finances, because if the little envelopes with the harps on them start piling up over here and you don't address what's in those envelopes, you know, when it comes to your annual returns, trying to get through that historical information when you weren't keeping track of it month to month, like that was my biggest challenge in the first year in business.
Business models that are fundamentally sound will get investment if you have the right network. It's very difficult, I think, for somebody who's going out to start a business up to develop a network. How do you get your first 100k investment? How do you, you know, and the inclination is to hire people because you think you're great and you're of all these people, and then you start to quickly cop on that, you know, that burn rate and the cost of running the business on a monthly basis is significant.
We have to identify our product. We have to see if the consumer requires it, and then we have to see how we bring it to market. We need cash, we need support, and we need to network. The good news is that we have facilities such as DIT all over the country. When I started my company 15 years ago, I moved to Ireland and I didn't know anybody. So I certainly couldn't borrow money from a bank. I didn't have any money. I'd worked in a big wholesale tour operating company called Gulliver's Travel Agency in London, and I'd become the #1 female negotiator there. A negotiator would contract thousands of rooms a day in cities like London and Paris. So what I did is I brought my idea to Ireland, and that was that I would become a client of Gulliver's Travel Associates. I identified my product. I had my inventory of my 20,000 hotels from the cheapest 2-star to the top deluxes, and I knew if I knocked on the doors of every travel agent in Ireland, north and south, that eventually they would book their hotel rooms with me. I became good friends with a girl called Caroline Green, who still remains one of the directors of Ryanair, and I persuaded Caroline to let me put a desk in the call centre in the Phoenix Park, and I used to canvass every single one of the call centre staff daily, myself, and say, please just ask everybody that books a flight with you, do they need a hotel? You can convince people to believe in your goal, so you can't always have the right numbers and the right figures and the right strategy and the right plan in place, because things change every day. Go for the low-hanging fruit, because salespeople would want to go, you know, let's go and get business from Australia. And I'm going, what's wrong with Ireland? You know, let's knock on the back door and then move the troops out further and further. I don't think it's any harder or any easier to open a business right now as it was 15 years ago. What I do know is that you can't look back because you can't change the past. But what you can do, you, the audience, is you can leave your mark on history.
To have an office space in town enabled me to grow my team during the 11 months, and obviously the rent-free opportunity is a huge financial benefit. The mentoring through the programme has helped me significantly. I've certainly changed my strategic direction from having some great mentoring sessions with the mentor I got through the Hot Ice programme.
Do as much as you can do while you're still in gainful employment to help you validate your business, so that when you take that leap of faith, you have as much achieved as you can possibly do.